Start your business for the freedom of time. Now you're tired of the hustle and grind. There's gotta be a better way. It's time to listen to Chill and Prosper. Welcome to Chill and Prosper. You're ready to chill and prosper with Denise Duffield-Thomas.
Hello, it's Denise here, and welcome to another Ask Me Anything episode of Chill and Prosper. One of my favorite times because I like how we can go into different directions, and I always love getting your questions. So always feel free to email them in or send me a DM and we'll add them to the list for the next time I'm in the podcast studio. Okay, so the first question came in about how to be a confident speaker and how to be a better speaker and how to book speaking gigs. Okay, I love that you asked me this one because I feel like I'm not secretive of the fact that I don't actually love speaking, even though I do it like semi-regularly. But also I'm very honest about the fact that I'm a massive introvert. And so speaking is not my favorite thing to do, but I just wanted to share my journey anyway. Why not? So like definitely even at school, I was always so scared about public speaking, but I always did do it. I was on the debate team and I would do stuff, but I would get so nervous about it. And then even when I was a children's performer and I sometimes had to get on the microphone and do like crowd warm up for children's shows, I would get really nervous. So I never aspired to like be a public speaker, but of course I started doing it more as part of my business. And the first couple of ones I did, I just did them for my own events, just small events for like 4 to 20 people. And then people would ask me, to do bigger events, or occasionally I would get asked to do like a speaking gig for someone else. And to be honest, I don't even know what my tips are for that. It's just that when you do things, like action creates action, right? So if you want to be a speaker, obviously you can pitch yourself to speak at events, but speak wherever, and that's where starting your own events, even if it's just small, like people see that and they go, oh, you're a speaker, and then people ask you to speak at their things. And so that's how it started for me, doing those small events for me. And then people go, oh, you're a speaker. Do you want to come and speak at our like women's breakfast or networking thing? And I'd go, sure. And then I'd share that on social media, and then other people, oh, well, do you want to come and speak at my conference? Sure. And then it just kind of grows and grows. In terms of how to be a confident speaker, all I can say is for me that I do a lot of tapping. I do a lot of EFT beforehand because I get very, very nervous. I often do things to distract myself from the fact that I have to speak. So I always get my hair and makeup done. And so it's just that preparation of sitting there, someone doing my hair and makeup. So I always look like I go, I'm feeling myself. And I feel like that just gives me that extra little boost of confidence that I wouldn't necessarily kind of have. I like speaking on panels. I like doing Q&As. I think that feels like really good for me. So I think you have to just, practice and just like do it sometimes. That's really it. In terms of the mechanics of being a speaker, I have no idea. I've always just gone up and like, let me just talk. I've never done any speakers training. So I wouldn't be able to say, except just get up and do it. If you want to be a speaker, find any place to speak, and then you can put together a sizzle reel and you can put together your thing. I find like people, are always looking for different stories. So if you're a woman, you can pitch yourself to places that don't have a lot of female speakers to be like, hey, I notice you don't have it, but also just pitching yourself for things. I always miss pitch deadlines for different conferences where they just let anyone pitch. I always miss them. So it's like, well, look for those opportunities and back yourself. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. How can I break the starving artist mindset around making money as an artist? Painter, singer, actor, jewelry maker, etc. Ooh, great question. Now, I don't know if that question is coming from one person and they're all of those things, or my team has just amalgamated that into one. But how to break the starving artist myth. Okay. So in Money Bootcamp, every month we talk about one aspect of money mindset, and we go quite specific, right? So we usually dive into where are origin stories around this particular topic. So if we were talking about starving artists not being able to make money as a creative, what we would do is to go and mine for some of those earlier experiences and stories where you have developed that belief. Okay, so often it comes from our family. It comes from hearing artists don't make money, or remember your Uncle Bob, he went bankrupt because he wanted to be a painter. Really like diving into the mythology of your family and some of the stories that you've heard. But also, what stories have you picked up from TV, film, teachers, society, and culture? And what stories have you internalized from that? Of yes, I could be an artist, but that means I'll also be like an alcoholic, because you've watched, I don't know, a lot of stories about like the bohemians who like got addicted to absinthe or something in Montmartre because you watched too much Moulin Rouge, something like that, right? We don't know where sometimes our stories come from. And then what we have to do is we have to choose a new belief around this, right? So obviously, if you've got some of those stories, the way this could be showing up for you is in the present is procrastinating, not showing people your art, staying in a job too long, like not making art. Like, it could be lots of different things. So we have to break that association for us. And one of the best things you can do is to train your brain to look for what you want it to see. Okay, so if you want to break the starving artist myth, you could follow a lot of artists on social media who are breaking that myth. So you can see that it's possible for yourself. And the more that you flood every part of your life with that information, so listening to podcasts about successful artists and creative people, reading books about people who are multi-passionate and successful, like reading stories about local artists who are like making money in lots of ways, going to conferences, going to events, being mentored by somebody, having your social media completely full of incredible artists. All of those things are so important to challenge that belief. Working with a money mindset coach, joining a community like Money Bootcamp, where you see examples every single day. All of that stuff is to give you a mindset shift that if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. And when you have that belief that it's possible, then you start to change your behavior. Well, maybe I can put myself forward for that competition. Well, maybe I can sell that piece instead of giving it away for free. And it's bit by bit, it's incremental that those changes happen, but then they become your new normal. And then you can increase your prices because then, oh, I want to stretch my mentality of like how much I can charge for a piece. Then you do the same thing, following artists who are doing what you want to do, speaking to them, buying their programs, going to their events and seeing that it's possible for you as well. Okay, so that's a great question. All right, cool. How to negotiate a promotion and money mindset around asking for a raise at your job. Now, let me just say, I have not been in the corporate world since, God, I want to say 2009 or something. I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. Okay, so I have not been in the corporate world for a long time. And when I was in the corporate world, it never occurred to me that I was even allowed to ask for a pay increase. I never negotiated my salary. I was always kind of half in, half out. And so I didn't believe I deserved it anyway. And I just didn't know how to play that game. Okay. So there are a lot better people to coach you through this than me. But I want to point you towards a book that was really helpful for me in seeing some of the issues that I had when I was in corporate. And it's called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office by Lois Frankel. Okay, Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office by Lois Frankel. Now, don't be put off by the title of Nice Girls or Get the Corner Office. And it is definitely a little outdated, as a lot of corporate things are. They shift and change, but I think the messages are still very relevant. And it's the subtitle, I think, is 101 Ways We Sabotage like work or something like that. And it literally goes through and you can tick each one off and go, oh my God, I do that. Oh my God, I do that. Oh my God, I do that. And it's things like letting someone else take credit for your ideas, or not taking advantage of I don't know, things at work to shine, telling your boss about like accomplishments, because the negotiation thing isn't a one-off event. It actually goes for a while. And I think now, if I was in corporate now, I would have so much more understanding about how to play the game, how to build my perception and my brand of myself, and like really how to play that game. And it is a game. Okay. So that's a really great book. But I think there's a mindset there around I'm worth it. I have so much value to bring, and also not being shy about showcasing your accomplishments throughout the year, not just like at that promotion thing of going, oh, they'll recognize me. No, they won't. You have to recognize yourself. You have to showcase every value that you offer all the time and document it all. So then you can come back and go, look at all the ways that I've added value, and it's undeniable then. Okay. So I think I'd be much better at it now if I went back. I'd get my hair blow dried all the time. I'd walk around with a clipboard looking busy. I'd game the crap out of it. But it still comes down to same with entrepreneurs when it comes to setting prices. Am I worthy? Am I worthy of this? And so that's the mindset thing you have to shift. But hopefully those other resources are good too. All right, let's take a quick break. And then I've got lots of questions still to come about how to get started with making affiliate income, setting goals, and feeling that FOMO. See you in a sec.
It's your time and you're ready for the next step. It's your time and you're ready for the next step. It's your time and you're totally ready for the next step. So many times we are waiting for the perfect moment, for all of the green lights, or for someone else to tap us on the shoulder and say, you're ready. But it has to come from inside you, and you can declare yourself ready now. Put your hand on your heart and try it with me. It's my time and I'm ready for the next step. If you know deep in your heart, even if you're scared, that you're ready to let go of some of your money fears and finally profit from your skills and talents, it's time to get to work. Your next step is to come and join us in Money Bootcamp. You can work with me as your money mindset mentor and join our beautiful community so you can really give yourself permission to make money and change the world. Click below to find out more, but don't wait any longer. Come and join us today. We're ready for you, and it's your time and you're ready for the next step.
Okay, welcome back. It's another AMA episode, Ask Me Anything. And yeah, I love the questions that come through so far. Do you know what? It's really fun. I do like sometimes that people ask me questions outside my area of expertise, because I know people see me as, like a bit of a go-to girl. But yeah, I think sometimes it really does come down to mindset, which obviously I like talking about. Okay, so how do I get started with affiliate income? Do I create tools, resources page, share links for tools you're already using, etc.? Absolutely. So let's talk about this from a mindset point of view too, because there are some people who are naturally really good at this, and there are some people who naturally struggle with it. Okay, so affiliate income is when you're paid to promote other people's goods, services, products, programs, courses, events, whatever. And I think sometimes I've struggled with this a little bit. Like someone will say, oh, will you promote my event, or will you do this thing? And sometimes I go, yeah, sure, whatever. And I think, oh, I won't even ask for a link, who cares? And then I've seen people who are like, really successful, earn the same amount as me, and they'll always ask for an affiliate link. And I just think, yeah, why not? Like, why shouldn't we get paid to to promote things? So there's that part of it. Some people struggle because they think if they're getting paid for something, then like they're suspicious of, like, they think people will think that they have ulterior motives, or that they're just doing it for the money. And so it can set up like this fear that I'm not allowed to get paid for this because it dirties the relationship and trust, instead of thinking, wow, people really value my opinion, and like this is a skill that I have, so I should get paid for it. Like, why not get paid for it? So I think people can really struggle with this a little bit. Now, I think you've already said, like, do I create a tools and resources page? This is actually a really great place to start with making affiliate income. Have a page on your website that's just like tools that I use, or recommendations, or even just like books that I read. I use my own Amazon affiliate link when I link to my book on Amazon. So I get like, I mean, it's not tons, but I might get, I don't know, a couple of hundred sometimes like, I don't know, $80 a month. Sometimes it's a couple of hundred. And I just think, oh, why not? And sometimes I use it myself. Sometimes I donate it to a charity, but why not? I'm sending people the link anyway, right? So that can be a really great place to start. You can look at all the tools and tech that you use. Some of those, they pay a monthly commission. Some of them just pay a one-off fee. Sometimes you might just get credits. I've noticed that I think for like the scheduler that I use, they just give you credits. So then you can just pay that off, so you might get free software. Some of them, they pay an affiliate fee. And that's really easy. Like, it doesn't even take that much time. Some of the tools that you might use already has a link that just says, here's your affiliate link. Sometimes you have to sign up for it. So that is a really great place to start, especially if you're someone who someone's always asking advice. Oh, what do you use for this? What do you use for this? You can be like, here's my tools page. I've got a friend who said she makes like a couple of $1,000s a month just on that one page, because people are always asking. That's a really popular page, and why not? And it's clean. You can, just say, I get an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you anymore. Okay, so that's definitely the easiest place to start. The next stage of that is to maybe look for strategic partnerships. It could be people who have a business that's very complementary. I'll give you an example of this. So someone I know was coaching dance studios. So they set up an affiliate partnership with someone who creates websites, because when the people came into the dance studio, they were like, you need a website. And they'd be like, well, who do I use? So it's like, okay, well, you can use this guy. I know someone who had a similar business to that. They ended up buying and partnering with a website company because it was so easy, right? So you could do it as a complementary thing. You could do it as a course that you love promoting, that you got, a lot of value out of. So for that, you can just look at, again, what you already use and recommend, or you can go out and look for opportunities, people who are always looking for affiliates to sell their goods, programs, services, and things like that, and just get started. So you can write blog posts about it. You can mention it on, your socials. You can put it as a PS in your newsletter list. There's so many different ways to do it. I find that, like, a lot of people who are, in the tech space, they review them. So they'll do like a video review, or they'll say, here's how to use this thing, and then here's my affiliate link. So it's like giving value, but then if you want it, here's the link. So there's so many ways to do it. And so it can be a really great way to make income. But I would just start really simple and just start with what you already use. Cool. Okay. All right. How do you work on multiple goals at once? Should you only set one goal at a time? You know what? There's no right or wrong about this. I really think this is a personality thing. I think some people are better at holding multiple things, and some people need just like one goal. I would say though, like 3 to 5 like ones helps you to put energy into them. I generally have like kind of one big thing that I want to achieve each year that's a bit more like esoteric, and like this year my goal was that all my projects are profitable. All my projects are profitable. So it wasn't like I've got so many projects. I've got like lots of different business and lots of investments. And so it was kind of a goal that was like, an overarching goal. And so then what I had to do is look at each project in turn and just be like, well, that's not profitable. What can we do to make that profitable? And then that dictated the rest of the goals. Does that make sense? I think sometimes people diffuse their focus, for sure. And it can be hard to hold those multiple priorities because you only have so much time and energy to put into them, right? But there's literally no right or wrong around it. It's whatever works for your brain. And if you're someone who always sets too many goals and then you don't achieve them, maybe set fewer. If you're someone who only sets one, maybe you just like experiment with stretching yourself to like 2 or 3. No right or wrong. Okay. This is a question about FOMO. All right. How do you get over feeling like you missed your opportunity or waited too long to start a business? Okay. So you're never as young as you are today. That's the only, like, what do you do? Like, you can't go back in time. You can't get a time machine. What I find though is really cool. Okay, say you're comparing yourself to people who are further ahead in business. Okay, what I always say to people like that, I go, you can be so nimble. It's actually hard for me to be nimble now. I've been in business for such a long time, but also my business is like gotten to the point where I don't know everything in the business. I don't know how every system works. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Whereas 10 years ago, I was the one who did everything. So I knew how to do all the stuff, right? Now, like to change anything requires a lot of people and money and time and all of those things. So the advantage you have about starting now is that you can be very nimble. And by that I mean that you can chop and change systems, you can try things, you can make mistakes, and not many people will be watching at the start, but you can find the best technology. It's so hard for me to change technology now. Like for us to like move course systems or something would take months and months and so much money and so much time. So you can kind of, yeah, just be nimble and fresh. And you can come at it with a beginner's mindset, which really helps, by the way, for audiences who also need that. You know, like if someone's asking me, oh, what does it feel like to start a business? I can speak to it, but it's so far away from me now that it's not that relatable for me and for people to hear me talking about it, right? So that's the other advantage you have of starting like now is that you can be fresh, you can have a beginner's mindset, and also you can learn and grow. And people love that. I think that's why I was like could build my business so quickly at the start is people love to see me stumble. They love to see me experiment. I was very transparent about what I was trying. And now I feel like I can't share that as much because it's not relatable, right? So that's what you have as an advantage too. And then the other thing is like you're never as young as you are today. So you can start now or you can wait another 10 years and feel even worse about it. So hopefully that helps. Okay. How do you step up and become a leader? How do you step up and become a leader? That's such an interesting question. I think for me, the thing that I always say is be a contributor, not a guru. That really helps a lot for me because I don't have to have the pressure of feeling like I have to have all the answers and I have to be the best of the best of the best of the best of anything. I can just show up and contribute and say what's true for me and offer my perspective on things. Being a leader means different things to different people. I am a real introvert. So leadership for me has never been about like I don't know, going to conferences or being on TV or being famous. That doesn't work for my personality. Being a leader for me is like trying to be transparent, trying to be a good person, and then sharing that knowledge with other people for however they want to use it. I don't ever want people to feel like they're reliant on me, that like I'm their guru. I really try, like even in Money Bootcamp, I've said like these are the tools, here's the thing. There's a community for support, but we can't solve every problem of your life in here. And so we set boundaries around that, right? And for me, that is modeling leadership. Closing down our bootcamp group for 2 weeks over Christmas for me is modeling leadership. That's not me going, hey, everyone do what I do, but it's like, this is what works for me. And I give you permission to do the same just through my actions. So how do you step up and become a leader? Yeah, I don't know. I think you just have like be authentic to yourself. That's it. That's what works for me. Okay, cool. So I've got like one other little thing to share after this break. It's just one little quick question. And thanks for joining this AMA episode. Right, don't go away. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Sarah Shenkiewicz. I am a coach at Healing Business in the UK, and I joined Bootcamp about a month ago. I first read Get Rich Lucky Bee about 3 years ago, and I did a lot of the inner healing, and I set an intention at that time for an annual income goal. And I did what Denise said, and I changed all my passwords. And I just realized I was having a look at my forecasting spreadsheet, and I've actually going to hit that goal next year, which feels amazing. And I sometimes think, I wonder what my life would be like if I'd have joined bootcamp at that time 3 years ago. Where would I be today? So I joined a month ago, having read Chillpreneur, and I was like, it is time. I've had so much free value from Denise over the years. I need to get inside this community. I know that every time I read one of her books, I have these amazing breakthroughs. So it's time for me to take this to the next level and really step inside the Money Bootcamp and just, take it to the next level. And since I've been in, it's really helped me to realize how I've been playing small with my money, how I've been really stingy with myself. And it was really useful to see all the ways that I was just making do with so many things in my life. And over the course of the last month, I've really started to make those incremental upgrades and feeling wealthier as a result. And I'm just so excited to see where this takes me. And if I could give you any advice, I would say, don't wait. I don't know what you're waiting for, but if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Why wait? Why wait to put your money in your hands? Why wait to do this work? Because the sooner that you get this done, the better life can be for you and for everyone around you. So my advice would be to come on inside.
Hey, it's Denise, and thanks for joining me for this AMA. Ask Me Anything. So the last question, which I had to do as the last one, is how do you handle having kids and a business? And the truth is, I'm so tired all the time. It's hard. I'll do a whole episode of like business and motherhood. I've done it heaps of times, so you can check, but I just thought that was a good one to end on, because the truth is I don't have all the answers and stuff, and I'm not perfect in anything. And sometimes I think we ask questions to people who seem like they have it all together because we think that they must have some sort of secret. And like, everyone's making it up. Everyone's making it up. Everyone's, fighting battles that you don't see. And like, the truth is, business is easy. Kids, no, not so easy for me anyway. But I'll do a whole episode on that. So thank you. But I just wanted to share that as well, as like, I'm just making it up. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I know if you're a regular listener, it's like, Denise must know something. I really don't. I don't know anything. I'm just making it up, just like you are. We're all just trying our best, trying to help people and be a good person. And, that's it. That's what we're here for. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me on this episode of AMA on Chill and Prosper. And if you have any further questions to add to a future episode, please just send them to my team or send me a DM and we'll add them to the list. But otherwise, have an amazing week. Take care. Bye.
Start your business for the freedom of time. Now you're tired of the hustle and grind. There's gotta be a better way. It's time to listen to Chill and Prosper. Welcome to Chill and Prosper. You're ready to chill and prosper with Denise Duffield-Thomas.